Live.
Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host Chip. What is going on, everybody? What's going on, Chip?
Lots.
What is going on? I'll tell you what's going on. The U.S. is missing the crypto wave. It's like a tidal wave, and the U.S. just isn't on it. They're not riding the surfboard. They're not riding the little dinghy. They're sitting over there on shore watching the tidal wave disappear into the sunset. We got some insights from Ripple, from other political insiders in and around the space, both on the political side of the spectrum and on the crypto side. We're going to intermingle all those things together. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do it real fast. It's going to take about an hour. We're going to pack about 8 hours worth of content into it. So it's going to be one wild ride.
Not going to do it. You ready to kick this off? You ready to go? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. All right, so there you go. So you're probably wondering, why am I wearing
shout
glasses?
Out, guys are tuning in from. We got what up?
Lower levels here.
Lower
I love
level.
it. Yeah, so I'm
Steve-
prepping for eye surgery, so I have to wear glasses, and it's, man, I don't see well with them. It's doing my best. Garth from Wayne's World, or Liz Cheney, whatever one suits you. whatever one, doing my best. Rhino impersonation that you can have. But
Rye guy, XRP.
Rye guy's here. Rye guy, legend. Rye guy, the man, the myth, legend. All right, so
give it a quick shout out as you guys tune in.
Where are you coming in from?
Eater, the cabbage eater, coming in from Toronto.
Toronto. Great city. Great hockey town. Great food. Great music. Can't say enough great stuff about it. You really can't, Jeff. You really can't say a lot of great stuff.
What? You can't say a lot of great stuff.
You can't say a lot of bad stuff. Let's put it that way. You can say a lot of great stuff about Toronto.
You can't say enough great stuff.
That's what I meant to say. It didn't come out the right. You can't say
Sometimes you can't say a lot of great stuff about it.
Yeah, you missed that one word. It has a totally different meaning. It has a totally opposite sort of connotation, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
hone it out. Getting the LASIK.
Not LASIK, baby. LASIK is for amateurs. Talking lens replacement here. And I'm really glad that I never pulled the trigger on LASIK, because had I done that, I couldn't get the lens replacement. They cut lasers into your eyes, and I always felt like this is probably not going to be a good thing long term, and it turned out to be right. The the studies are in, and turned out to be a bad thing. And I just thought, like, I can't cut things into my eyes, even as much as I want to repair my vision. It doesn't last. But when they they laser out your lens, and they put a brand new one in there, and it's got some technology behind it, and that is solid. So
Chip is going for the X-ray vision.
X-ray vision. Got my X-ray specs. I can see all you guys. I can see all you guys naked. What do you think about that? It's not pretty. I'm going to tell you right now. It's not pretty at all. What can I say? What can I say, actually?
Got to send some prayers out to El Jefe.
Second boss. I see what's going on with El Jefe. I haven't seen the.
I said back with guys from Michigan. Lost mom last week.
Oh no. Oh, sorry about that. El Jefe. I'm sorry about that, man. I just had my mom's funeral on Friday, and it was it's tough, man. My heart goes out to you. It's nothing worse than losing your mom. It's a tough one, and had all the family in for it, and had a big celebration of life. And so I was on Friday, which is why I was out this weekend. I was out yesterday, so with family. And sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. I know it hits you in the gut. It's a gut punch, throat punch. It's hard, man. So just went through it. If you got a mom still, just tell her you love her, man. That's all you can do. Tell her you love her. Appreciate your parents. I mean, I was blessed to have my parents as long as I did in my life. So, and hanging out with dad, and, dad's a little bit lost. 62 years of being together will do that to people. Beautiful love story between the two. They were just like, there was just an amazing love story between the two. So it's like, it's great. I delivered the eulogy, and I thought I was going to break, but I didn't. And it was good. It was was rewriting it till the night before, Jeff. I was like, all right, it's got to be done. It's done. Okay, I got to stop rewriting this. And I'm like, the next morning, I was like, well, maybe I should tweak this for now, man. Just let it be, let it go, let it be, and that we let it ride. So, but sorry to hear that, man. Showing a lot of prayers and positive vibes. Let's talk about this right here. So this is kind of interesting, exciting. Ali G put this out, and she is one of the organizers of the Wave of Innovation conference we attended this past this March.
When was it?
And it was March.
That was
felt
March.
like it was like yesterday in some ways, but it was back in March, so 6 months ago.
Yes.
She said, excited to share that Wave of Innovation is partnering with All Things Block to drive education, collaboration, innovation in the blockchain space. This partnership is going to open up new doors for the community, bringing exciting opportunities and valuable insights to both newcomers and experts in the crypto world. Looking forward to the incredible events and initiatives we'll be rolling out together. A nice partnership there. Wave of Innovation also was which she was commenting on.
Big news.
Cool news. And then sorry, I flipped around. All Things Blockchain said, brace yourselves for a revolutionary alliance. This is All Things Blockchain, thrilled to announce the new partnership. And they're talking about it with Wave of Innovation. Super excited about it. Dynamic synergy. Can't wait to unveil. It's going to be pretty cool. This is an exciting development here.
It's really outstanding.
They do crypto Web3. They're based in Australia. They do free education, meetups, and like-minded people. So it sounds like a pretty good synergy. We'll have to wait for some more details to roll out about it, but looks pretty exciting.
There's their website.
There you go.
Free access. They got some big sponsors like Kraken, Hashlock, Stables. They've been around the block. I think it's really it's cool to see collaboration like this. It really is. There's a Wave of Innovation.
Yeah, go give them a follow. I'm gonna put the I just put the X link in there. So go ahead and give them a follow. They only got 533. Let's get them some followers here. Let's do it. Come on now.
See what kind of events they got going on over here.
Yeah, they do like a lot of meetups and stuff. It's kind of cool,
Yeah, it's very cool.
I like that. It's beautiful, very man. Nice. You gotta love it.
What kind of team they got? Here's their team. Look at that. If you go check out the website, you can go check them out over on LinkedIn, but they have a whole group over there in Australia doing some things. Let's check out their gallery real quick. That past events, bringing blockchain communities together. What a great opportunity to bring, and everything that we experienced with Wave of Innovation at that event. Those guys were 100%, spot on. I think they've by far did one of the most professional, outstanding events that I've been to in quite a while.
Yeah, it was magical. And the best thing about it was it was non-for-profit. Okay, this was they set up a non-profit organization in Australia.
Pretty cool.
No one made a penny, and any additional funds were done for grants. So this is, I mean, to do something that's pro bono. I mean, we saw that with John Deaton, who basically represented 76,000 XRP holders. But we saw a conference and it started with the dream of bringing a real conference to Australia, and they exceeded expectations at every level. We were blown away and incredibly proud to be part of it. So. No, it was probably one of the best events. And Jeff, we go to all kinds of events, right? I mean, I go to all kinds of cool stuff, and really the best thing. And I'll tell you where we won't be going. We won't be going to Swell, because even though I asked, even on the official Ripple thread, like, Swell. Hey, click here to go to Swell. And I'm like, dude, I've been waiting since August. Any updates?
When is Swell?
It's the 15th of October, I think. Right? No, it's coming up in October.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
Swell Ripple. Let's do this. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. I mean, it's in Miami, for heaven's sake, but it's the 15th and 16th. It's Monday and Tuesday. Here it is right here. So this is it right there. Ripple Swell draws the brightest minds, and they were putting out stuff on their official website or official X handle. Hey, come to Swell. Click the link, and I'm like, I've been waiting since August 24th. Any update? Right. Zero response.
Zero update. Zero invite.
They even they're like, oh, sorry, we haven't gotten to them all, but they were like, they're wanting more people to come, but they're not allowing the people who have already asked to come. So
They want a select group of people
Yeah, they want to select
and
people.
selecting
So
them.
we've only been talking about this in the space since what, 2018, Jeff? You know,
Yep.
what the hell? It's only 6 years. We've been pro XRP. We've been, talking up Ripple, doing all this stuff out of the goodness of our hearts, and we can't even get to a conference in our backyard. This is, what do you get? I would say I was surprised, but I'm really not that surprised.
Not
But
so
I
much.
understand too. They're busy. They don't have time for ham and eggers like you and I. We're just
Yeah, but
two
they
jokers.
do. They do like to invite their fanboys though.
Yeah, Jeff. Let's do a leftist podcast for 2 weeks and see if we
Crypto
can
fanboys.
if we can get an invite that way.
Not only can we improve the YouTube algorithm, but we'll improve the Ripple algorithm to go to
Yeah.
Swell.
We'll
turn it around.
Crypto Bros for Harris.
Turned around.
So this is it. It's in Miami. It's in South Beach, right? Here's all the speakers are going to be there. Jeff, I mean, it'd be kind of cool for us to be there, but we're not. Doesn't look like it's going to happen for us. But what are you going to do?
I don't know.
We put in for it.
That's it.
I'll mix it up with all these guys right here. I like Carlos Domingo. Big fan of his. Really love Securitize. Done a lot with that. He lives in Miami, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But they got some really good speakers here. Jack McDonald's going to be there. Joni Z.
I really would have. I would have loved to have been there. That would have been great.
The old Ashish Burla, who's now on the board of Ripple. There's some good folks there. But well, I guess we didn't get to go to Singapore. We didn't get to zero. You got the nothing.
No super you.
Yeah, I wonder if any of the people that are, that folks from, covering the XRP space will be invited. It seems like David Schwartz would like to go on a podcast. One time he did a podcast like a couple months back, 145 followers on YouTube, a virtually unknown. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I applaud him going on somebody, but people are in the space. It wasn't even somebody that focused on XRP, right? And he usually goes into the lion's den of maxis when they're going to rip them apart.
That's what he appreciates. I think that's what he likes doing the most. He likes being.
So.
He's a contrarian, so he likes going on to those podcasts where it's not going to be yeah.
So Jeff, now the conversation. Remember Harris? Now this whole conversation has sort of flipped back. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. Yeah. But Jeff, if you don't say it right, if you don't say Kamala, it's not.
Is it Kamala or Kamala?
It's Kamala. That one dude.
Kamala
Harris. Kamala. If you don't pronounce her name right, Jeff,
is it Kamala or is it?
It's Kamala.
Or is that Kamala?
I think it's Kamala because I always say Kamala. I call her Kamala Ding Dong. Kamalama Ding Dong is what I call her. Kamalama Dama Nama Nama Lama Rama Ding Dong. She's we got some good videos here tonight, but let's check this out. So Jennifer Epstein said VP Harris first comments on crypto as a Dem nominee. Oh, here we go again, Jeff.
Oh, I forgot.
To build that opportunity economy, I will bring together labor, small business, founders, and innovators, and major companies. We will partner together. I don't know what that means. To invest in America's competitiveness. I don't know what that means. To invest in America's future. I know what that means. We will encourage, Jeff, understand this word here. Listen to this. Look at this word here. We will encourage. Does that sound like somebody's pro crypto? We will encourage innovative technologies. Oh, really?
Yes. What? Encourage. They don't need to encourage. We need regulatory clarity.
Yeah, like AI and digital assets.
Like, I love the buzzwords. Throwing some not specifically. Not specifically AI will encourage innovative. What does that even mean? Will encourage innovative technology. Are you going to innovate? Are you going to encourage the development of those technologies? Are you going to encourage
I'm gonna ask
entrepreneurs, investment in what exactly are you encouraging? It's the silliest thing. That it's just a bunch of words. It's just buzzwords. So you know what they get.
Yeah, so good. Let me ask Grok what this means.
What did Grok say?
Grok is saying, let's see, hang on. Okay, so I asked Grok, which is AI for the X platform. Tell me about the build that opportunity economy. I put the whole thing in there. This statement made by Vice President Kamala Harris as the
Kamala.
Democrat nominee outlines a vision for an opportunity economy where various stakeholders, including labor, small business innovators, and major companies, collaborate to enhance America's economic competitiveness. What does that mean? The focus on fostering innovation and technologies like AI and digital, ensuring doesn't tell me much.
I like how it has to interpret what an opportunity economy is. Like, how is it interpreting that? Obviously, we know what opportunity means, but it means nothing. It's a non-existent phrase.
In layman's, let's tell me what it means in layman's terms.
In a first grader.
Yeah. Let's see. See if I can get anywhere near this. Oh my God. Holy cow.
That's no longer layman. That's lame.
Layman. That's I was asking it to be support for small businesses. Look at the 5,000 to 50,000. Collaboration across sectors, clear and consistent regulations.
You know what you need when you're starting a small business? You don't need a $5,000 tax deduction. You need, easy access to capital.
Right.
That tax deduction ain't gonna do it.
You don't have that. Yeah.
You got nothing. If it's a brand new business, you got nothing to deduct. You got no income.
Right. It's this, and a $50,000 tax deduction is meaningless. It's meaningless. And what about, how does that help people put food on the table? Right. Exactly. So Ellie Tarrant said, here it is. Kamala Harris finally mentions crypto while at the Wall Street fundraiser. And so I said, well, yeah, we'll encourage it like AI. I'm like, encourage. Well, how about ending Operation Choke Point 2.0 right now? You are the VP. Let's do it now. Well, how about demanding Gensler's resignation if you're serious about change? Make it an official platform policy. It's not a policy.
Get rid of him. Let's get rid of Gensler.
We've already seen flip-flopping on fracking, the southern border wall, confiscating guns, the electric vehicle mandate, expanding the Supreme Court. She's flip-flopped on all these things, and now digital asset. This reeks of desperation. That's what it sounds like. Further, Jeff says, she made statements and has zero substance to back it up, just a lot of jumbled up words. She's the sitting VP and 100% can embrace it now, not after she wins. And that's what everybody says in here. It's ridiculous, Jeff. Why doesn't she do it now? Why is she waiting? What's the big holdup? That's what I want to know.
Chad is saying that public-private partnership equals fascism. It's kind of what you have over in China.
That is a good point.
Mark Smithson said Trump avoided a second assassination attempt. Now it's been reported that a frightened Kamala is safe and secure after narrowly escaping an attempted interview.
It's pretty freaking pathetic.
Joe wants to know who the dude on the thumbnail is. Who is it, or is it just some random dude?
It's just some dude. I don't know.
Some random dude.
Look at this. JV says we will partner together. So the crypto and the government will partner together. Do what exactly? See, it's like all these like word salad.
Exactly.
I gotta tell you, it's
look at the history. Let's see, where did it come from? Okay.
How can you talk for so long and say nothing, Jeff? It's incredible. It's incredibly bizarre.
Economy.
Let me play this video while you're looking for whatever you're looking for there. But I wanted to play this because this is an endorsement that came in for Kamala Harris. Here it goes. Ready? Listen to this.
It is with great honor that I am endorsing Kamala Harris. But Josie, why? What position? What endorsement sent you over?
She can't even get through it. Jeff, there it is right there. Breaking: the IRS union just announced they're endorsing Kamala Harris. Let's go.
Let's go. Kamala wins.
Now, nobody, I mean, these are the tax collectors, Jeff.
Oh my
These are the people that they're going to track you down and destroy you. And they will take your business. They will take your house. They'll take everything from you. And and from the account Kamala wins, and I honestly thought, no, it's got to be the parody account. That can't be real. No, it's real. So they're excited about the IRS union endorsing Harris. And she's laughing her ass off. She can't even get through this. Watch this.
That's hilarious.
The tax collectors
Tax collectors.
are endorsing Kamala.
It's too funny.
The tax collector. This is the best thing ever.
Tax collectors are endorsing Kamala Harris. To a country that was built on rebelling against tax.
Oh my God.
As if we didn't grow up watching Robin Hood dismantle the tax collectors.
Elon Musk
Put
retweeted.
this out as they put this out as a feature and not a bug.
Huh.
This is what they're bragging about.
I thought we were being fucked with. They did that with Dick Cheney. They did it with the IRS.
Oh my God.
They're in free fall, Jeff. Like, and
Yeah.
she's right. You know, like I said, like, you know, I put up a post and I said, you know, I go, if you think about it, this is, I go, think about how ridiculous this is. They lost the Teamsters. The Teamsters, for the first time in like 80 years, are not endorsing a candidate because they put out a poll and it was like 58% wanted Trump and 32% wanted Harris, right? And there was 14 million that voted it. 14 million people, Teamsters, voted 58%, the majority, and they came out and said, nope, we're not making an official endorsement. You just did. 58 to 32? I mean, come on, man. This is insane. There are probably some undecideds in there too, you know, but I mean, to make up the other difference. But this is insane, Jeff.
Imagine running a campaign based on fixing the mess you've been making for the last 4 years. That's it. It's like,
Right.
look at all these problems. Oh.
Are
And
people that-
but that's why they promote. And then she only talks about being a prosecutor or a what was she?
She was a U.S. senator, Jeff. You would never know that because she never
Oh, well,
mentions
she
one
never
thing
talks
about being
about
a
U.S.
senator
senator.
or
What-
VP for 3.5 years. Oh, she
Right.
goes back, you know what, 10, 12 years
She-
ago?
She was district attorney.
Yeah. And
She
put
Was
the
a
wrong-
sitting
wrong-
senator. That she never references that, because if you look up her voting
Records.
record,
Horrific.
she is. It would actually be interesting to see how many times she voted, but she is the furthest leftist candidate or sitting senator, I think, out of any of them, even left of Bernie Sanders. She's so far wacky to the left that obviously she can't bring up that she was a sitting senator, can't reference the last 3.5, 4 years of being a VP. So she has to go back even further in her career. Now, you would think you would want to look, okay, what did you do as VP? Okay, because we have a tracker. You're running for president. You're kind of in the office that you're running for. You're second in command. Let's see how your record was over the last 3.5, 4 years. Did you support cryptocurrency? Are you supporting cryptocurrency now? Nope. It becomes a stupid talking point that only stupid people believe that they're telling the truth. So, you know, it's another bullet point that they're putting on a list. Why not talk of reference when she was a senator? That's been completely, you know, whitewashed out of the equation. Doesn't exist. So they have to go so far back to where it's not even relevant, because let's, you know, figure out, how did she even get the position to begin with? You know, there's some shenanigans that went in and around how she actually got that position. So it's insane.
Joe Buddy was saying,
I
like,
don't
hey,
speak
the
for
no
what
speak
she
girl,
said.
what did she say? Well, what she said was, what she can't get over is the fact that they were touting on the @Harris Wins account that the IRS union, the tax collector, just announced they're endorsing Kamala Harris. Let's go. Like, that's a positive thing. She's been laughing about it. Like, the tax collector. So they lost the Teamsters, but they picked up the IRS. Now, if the IRS is endorsing the candidate, I'm sorry, man. There's nobody. I don't care what side you're on. I don't care if you're on the left, the middle, the right, the extreme left. Nobody is excited about the IRS endorsing your candidate, right? That's not a good thing. It cannot be a good thing. And why would you be bragging about that?
Hey, Chip, Mr. Q said, You need to get a man's haircut. That's not what he said.
Wait a minute. I don't see that word man in there. Yeah, it was funny, Jeff.
A haircut.
Yeah, in my eulogy, I told a funny story about that. You know, when I saw my mom and she was in the hospital and she was like, you know, she had Parkinson's had robbed her of her speech, and she really struggled to talk. And I'm like, Mom, how are you? I brought her flowers. I come in there, I give her a kiss, and when she wanted you to hear it, you heard you. She goes, "You need a haircut." It was like, wow, thanks, Mom. I'm old enough. I think I can handle it. I think I got it. Thanks for looking out for me. You know, it's like whatever. But then to my then I did a FaceTime with my sister-in-law and my brother. And she goes like this. She leans into the camera and she goes, "You need to do your roots." It sounds like Mom was like unfiltered all the time. She's like, there was like no thing. Yeah. By the way, my wife hates the hair, Jeff. Even when I wear it back, she's not a fan of it. No.
Really? I'm shocked.
Hates it. Everyone hates it. I don't care. I was just happy that 60 I could grow. I mean, compare me to Tim Walz. We're the same age. He's a month older than me.
That's insane.
30 days. Tim Walz. Yeah.
Don't believe
he claims that he's 60 as well. I don't know if it's true or not, but and I just said, like, look, I mean, at some point I'll lose my hair. I just want to be I had long hair when I was younger, when I was in my 20s and 30s, had long hair, long hair. This is not long compared to what I was like, I just wanted to have one more in me. So I do feel like I'll be cutting it soon. So wanted to have some fun with it for a while, and that's how it works. Look at this guy. So this guy, he's going to talk about the IRS endorsement here. Listen to this guy.
The reason people endorse candidates, particularly presidential candidates, is because they believe that candidate, if elected, is going to help their purpose, their cause, and advance their mission. The IRS just endorsed Kamala Harris. The IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. You know those people that you cuss every April 15th, or if you get an extension October 15th? Yeah, those sons of bitches that weaponize 87,000 new agents so they could come for your stuff. You know that whole taxation without representation? You remember they spilled tea in 1773 in Boston Harbor? Over a 3% tax, and now you're at what, 40, 45, 48? I don't know. And we just sit there like a bunch of cucks just taking it. Oh, the IRS just endorsed Kamala Harris. Listen to me. If you love money, you vote for Donald Trump. He ain't your pastor. He ain't your husband. He ain't your preacher. He's not your moral guide. He's the dude that's going to get this stuff done. The IRS endorsed Kamala Harris. And you're thinking about voting for her? You just voted for your own execution, you dumb.
Dumbass.
Probably something hard. It was probably going to be something harsher than that, but you dumbass. I mean, this is crazy, right?
Like that lower level red dirt hats made by a friend of his. Nice.
And that's very cool. Look at that. It's always
I wonder where that guy was. It looked kind of, well, I don't think that was the Boca Lake, but it could have been the Boca Lake.
Let's see the background again real quick here.
The reason people endorse candidates, particularly presidential candidates.
It's hard to see, though.
It is hard to see, but is that
maybe not? Maybe
no,
not.
It's not. It's
like a tiki.
It's an intracoastal because you can see. You see the little landmass back there, or an island kind of or something
like in an angle. Yeah,
it's hard to tell there, 100%.
Because you got you have the food trucks or the food boats back there.
There's some buildings back there or something. Yeah, those are boats. It's shallow water though.
Yeah, it's way too shallow he's almost on the shore at this point. Even though the Boca Lake, I think, is kind of shallow and
no, it's not, man.
No, you can't stand.
No.
We were standing. Maybe. Oh no, we weren't standing.
No, you can't stand. That's a pretty deep lake.
Treading water. That's right.
Yeah,
good point. I was just treading water around the boat. That's what it was.
So there you go, Kamala Harris. I mean, I don't know. I get. Are you excited? Is anyone excited about that? Like, would you publicly announce that the IRS endorsed your candidate? I mean, like, I don't know. It seems like a little over the waist. I don't know. What am I missing here? It seems kind of ridiculous, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate part of it that those that will embrace her, they think it's okay because they prefer to have these people out there trying to overtax and overburden most of the population.
Unburdened by what has been, Jeff.
Unburdened by what has been.
What has been unburdened by what has. What will be unburdened by what
has been.
You know, she laid off the unburdened shit for a little bit.
Yeah,
she sort of laid off that for a little bit.
What will be.
She's not what will be. She's shorting it. It's just like shortening. What will be? You
What
know.
will be?
You know the
You
thing.
know the rest of it. You know the thing.
You know the thing. Come on. You don't know the thing. Everybody knows the thing.
Is that Gainbury, Texas?
Could be. Yeah, Texas might be
What-
likely.
Or what is near Gainbury, Texas? Granbury.
Granbury. I don't know.
What is or that is? I don't know.
Don't know. It could
Looks
be
like
anywhere.
a river. Did look like a kind of beach river.
Yeah, it looked a little bit. The water's a little too blue to be a river, though. I thought a little too nice. Because off some of those islands, sometimes there's one up on West Palm that has like little island, Peanut Island, whatever they call it. They got boats
Chad
go over there and dock around there.
Prather. Who's Chad Prather?
Chad
Is that
Prather.
Chad Prather?
Yeah,
Is that who
I
we're
think it-
watching?
I think that is. Yeah. Let's see. Chad Prather. I know. I think I follow that dude's account. Yeah, there you go. Chad Prather.
Is
Yeah.
that him?
Yeah, there you go. American comedian. There he
Got
is.
it.
Fast talking, rapid fire rants in front of his truck.
Nice.
Chad Prather.
hmm
Jeff? I don't know.
Lake
Yeah.
Granbury.
Is that where it was?
is. Yep.
Well, there you go. You see?
Granbury is near Dallas, Fort Worth. It's where B-Mac grew up. Man, it's all
See?
coming together, the whole thing.
We count on you
that.
guys.
It's pretty-
We count on you guys for knowing this shit.
Ha.
We want you to know what's going on. You have to know. You have to understand. You have to know.
Who have the bookmakers chosen? I don't know. In Vegas? I don't know. What is Vegas? What is Vegas saying on the election?
Jeff, have you seen all these Trump commercials that have been going around? I saw the most succinct Trump commercial. I think it's like 6 seconds long or maybe 7. Don't quote me on it. But here's the most effective Trump commercial I have ever seen. And it's short. We might have to play it twice. You ready for this?
Yep.
Here we go.
Can't afford. We can't afford 4 more years of this.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
That's
just-
the best.
We
That's
can't
best.
afford.
No, we can't.
We can't afford
No, we cannot.
4 more years of this.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Oh my God, that's great.
How brilliant is this? One of the things you learn is that the
There we
left cannot meme. They can't put funny parodies together because they don't. Because everything is so woke and so the woke mind virus has infected their skull and their thinking that they're very limited in what they can do. So they don't understand humor anymore. I mean, it's just gotten to the point of where it's gotten so ridiculous, off the charts, just dumb. I mean, you kind of feel bad for them in a way because they try to do a funny meme and they're not even able to meme anymore. Now watch this. Here's a question, Jeff. I want you to react to this video. I don't think you've seen it before, but it's a simple question, and I want you to react to the answer. Ready? Here we go.
Something weird about conservatives.
There is almost a cultish vibe, I feel. The way they operate within themselves, they refuse to listen to outside people, they're refusing to learn, essentially. I think that is a large part of it.
Yeah.
So, I couldn't get past the voice. So
Jeff, I mean, come on.
None of
the
what was
makeup.
said.
The makeup was creative, though. I give it that. Like, but what's weird about
What is
creative?
something weird about
I mean,
conservatives?
There is almost a cultish vibe, I feel.
Oh, he's got himself taped up here. I mean, what was that, surgery? I don't know what's going on with this guy.
The way they operate within themselves, they refuse to listen to outside people.
Refuse to listen to outside people, Jeff. Just refuse. Is that
what
you?
it is.
It sounds like you
That's
to a T. You sound cultish. You're in a cult.
That's
Like you don't
me.
listen to outside things. You don't know what's going on. No, the people that are in the cult are the ones that don't listen to outside information. If the BBC or the CNN didn't tell them, they don't know.
That's
And then
right.
when a bill comes out and they keep quoting this border bill that lets between 5,000 and 8,000 illegals come in a day legally per se,
Mhm.
they don't actually go read the bill. It's not hard to find it. They just just go for the talking points. The laziest humans on the planet can't even read the bill to understand what's in it. But you got to pass it, then you'll find out what's in it. So I don't know. I find it highly amusing. These people, they're a little crazy. And here's a funny story. This is a funny story that I thought this one was a good one. This is a funny story. The Kid Rock.
I was pulling up the voting book, but it's just too stupid to look at.
No,
The Vegas.
No, Jeff. No, we're not doing that. So here's Kid Rock telling a funny story with Tucker Carlson.
Well, he's just a terrific human being, man, and he's so much fun to be around. So much fun to be around.
I think if there's one thing I'd say about Trump that I don't think he gets credit for and really deserves credit for, I think he's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Hands down. Hands down.
And Ducky
Funny.
looks great.
I wonder if I should tell this story.
I think you should.
Oh, it's so good. I hate to speak out of school, you know what?
No, you're in school. We're in Michigan.
Fuck it, it's fun. All right. So, well, the first times when the White House having dinner was Sarah Palin. Trump invited Sarah. This is very early when he had just gotten into the White House, and Trump said invite some interesting people. So she called me and Ted Nugent, right? Pretty interesting.
Yeah. They're both from Michigan.
Dinner party. So we go in the Oval Office to meet him, and he's just wide open, like, kid, like, blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the other. And then we conversate, take some pictures. Like, anybody want to wash their hands? I'm like, I do. I'm kind of a germ freak. So we go in this little room, and we're literally like sharing a bar of soap. And I'm like, man, this is weird. Weirdly awesome, right? And then he goes, Rock, come here. We walk down to this other room left of the Oval Office. We're standing there's some papers and like Fox News and a picture of George Washington. He goes, you know what this room is? I'm like, no, sir. He's like, this is the Monica Lewinsky room. And I felt like I was in Step Brothers. I'm like, did we just become best friends? And so I yelled down the hallway through the Oval Office. I'm like, Audrey, Sarah, Ted, come here. Come here. They come down to get in the room, and I'm like, do you guys know what room this is? and they're like, no. And I'm like, sir. And he's like, it's the Monica Lewinsky room. I'm like, yes.
You gotta love that, man. You gotta love it. You got to love it.
Kid Rock, man.
Kid Rock. This is Kid Rock. Yeah, well, he started out as sort of I don't know, like I remember like when I lived in Detroit, I went and saw a show of his, and he was like doing that rap thing, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was like Kid Rock doing a little bit of rap, and he, rap, and he used to have that little dude that used to come out on stage. Remember that little dude would run around and
oh yes.
What was his name? I don't know. I think he passed away, but
let's see.
He had a name. What the heck was his name? Probably somebody in the chat will know, but he was a lot of fun. But I just thought that was a funny story. You know, you hear somebody had put a post up, and they said something to the effect of Kamala Harris never says anything funny, but laughs all the time. Meanwhile, Trump, what was it? Trump is funny, but he doesn't laugh. You know, you rarely ever hear him laugh. Like he actually says funny stuff, but you don't hear him laugh. Right? She's laughing at nonsense. I think it's just a nervous tick. You know, sometimes when people get nervous, they just laugh uncontrollably.
Mm-hmm.
That's Kamala Harris. Kamala.
Her laugh, yeah.
And if you don't say the name right, Jeff, you're no good.
Press. Let's see.
You're a no good human.
Man. Came out 1990, 98, 90
I remember seeing him early 90s.
to 98
in Detroit.
Yep. He was born in Romeo.
Yeah, Romeo.
Yep.
Romeo, Michigan, man.
17-year-old rapper and DJ when he signed up with the New York hip-hop label Jive Records.
And that guy was named Joe something. Joe C or Joe... He called him Joe C, I think, right?
I'm trying to find... I can't find anything on him.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was Joe C.
Think about those years. Is that who it was?
Yeah. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Yeah, Joe C. I just found it right here.
Huh. It's crazy. And the early days. Kid Rock.
That was Joe C.
Oh yeah.
Featuring Joe C, because he was a rapper too, so he used to do stuff with Joe C.
Put that up by mistake.
On my Joe C stuff.
Which one are you on? I forgot. There you go.
Yeah. So they did some videos and stuff together.
Look at this. Did someone mention the D? Yes, we did. We mentioned the D, and who pops in? Digital nomad investor.
Of course, dude. That's the
Also
other
from
bat
the
signal
D.
right there. Also from the D. Yeah. What's up, dude? Yeah. So she was born in the suburbs of Trenton. He was born in Trenton. Celiac disease. Celiac. That reduced his height. I have a family member that has that. A Detroit musician. He died in 2000. Yeah. That's horrific.
Joe C put the D in the D.
When did he die? Yeah, he was 26 when he probably died. He died in Taylor, Michigan.
2000. Oh no, he's active in 94.
Well, he died in 2000, November 16th. He was 26 years old.
Damn.
Yeah.
He was from Taylor, Michigan.
Featured posthumously in the animated film Osmosis Jones as part of Kidney Rock. Died in his sleep at his parents' home in Taylor. Complications from celiac.
Wow.
I didn't know celiac was that crazy. You should have got that right, because celiac. I have 2 people in my family that have that, and it's you got to be careful what you can eat. You can't eat gluten,
right? But
gluten
that's probably not what stunted him, though.
No, I don't.
It's an autoimmune disorder. Let's see if the side
See,
effects.
I'm not aware of that, but
It's more
how
of
we
a-
just
it's an illness caused by an immune reaction to gluten.
yeah. So if he had too much of it, that could have been, and not diagnosing it in time could have been part of the issue. So Jeff, here's
Most
our
people
Aussie.
will live a normal life.
Well, didn't work out for
Don't
him,
eat
but
gluten, don't drink beer.
don't drink. Yeah, the problem is the drinking and the
Is
party
there
and all that
gluten in
stuff.
beer?
Got the best. Yeah, there's gluten in beer. It's the wheat.
There's no gluten in beer.
Yeah, there is.
There's no gluten in wheat. I think there's something wrong.
Most beers contain gluten because they're typically made with grains that contain gluten,
Yes,
such
they
as
are.
barley, wheat, or rye.
Which is why you
There
have
is
to drink
gluten.
vodka. Vodka is gluten free.
Yeah.
So
So is yeah.
it's kind of
There you go.
messed up. It is messed up.
So here's our Aussie friends making fun of Kamala Harris here.
Now, and Kamala Harris.
Here we go.
Look, let's
Who's
move
this?
on to the US now. And Kamala Harris has sat down with Oprah Winfrey for a friendly interview today. It's as opposed to every other interview she's done. Here's some of what she had to say.
And I look around at these screens, Oprah, I look at who's in the room, and this is America. This is America. You know, I was saying with a group of friends earlier, I think in this moment where we've dealt with so much that I think is quite exhausting around powerful forces that would try and divide us and try us to have us as Americans pointing fingers at each other. Yes. That this movement that is about reminding each other that we have so much more in common than what separates us.
Tina, do you have any idea what she's on about? I mean, at least she wasn't talking about the middle class and being on the middle class
she
again.
looks like she's on some drug, but Oprah had no idea either. But the good news is, ignore all that polling. I've got some pretty good contacts in Washington, and I'll tell you now, Trump will win. Where he needs to be in front, he's in front, and he'll keep his nose in front.
Okay, well, Tanya, you feeling as confident because a new national poll today has them pretty much tied on 47%. Do you share?
Look, I share
confidence in Trump?
Tanya's confidence, and I think, look, you know, there's nothing worse than having a Californian interviewing another Californian, okay? I mean, that's not where the election's going to be decided.
True.
It's going to be decided in Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania, you know, those states where people are doing it tough, okay? And they don't care what celebrities think.
And there you go, DNI, spot on. A campaign built on
let's move
making
on to the
people feel warm and fuzzy, zero facts or plans. And Mark, with the numbers, 10,000 were on our Zoom, 5 million tuned in to watch Trump on Gutfield the same night. 5 million.
Yeah, 5
and
million.
that was
And
probably one of the best interviews of all time.
yeah, I love the other day.
was
Other
awesome.
day, Gutfield put a thing up there, and the panel had a guess. They played the answer, and they had to guess the question. It was nearly impossible because based on what she said. So Jeff, anytime you ask me something tough, like ask me, you know, just ask me why, you know, just like some just tough question, anything. Just ask me a tough question. Go ahead.
Tough question.
Yeah, any question. Ask me a question.
Well, let's talk about the let's see, something difficult, something
Yeah,
really
something
difficult.
difficult. Yeah. What would you ask me? Go ahead.
Something very difficult would be, how does the oh, here we go. How is the XRPL coded?
Well, Jeff, I grew up in a middle class family, and we had a neighborhood, and probably few understand this, but I grew up in a neighborhood where people love their lawns, okay? Okay? They love their lawns, and there were people, and they contributed in ways that made the entire community come together and have almost a deep respect, Jeff, a deep respect for themselves. This is her answer. It's like, I was born in the middle class. It doesn't matter what the question is. Just go on about some nonsense. That's all
In
it
this
is.
moment, before the moment became the moment, was a previous moment after the moment was.
Yeah.
Right.
And it sounds like, and what we ought to do is, let's play a game. I think next time I'll prepare a bunch of answer things, and I'll say, did Kamala Harris say this? Yes or no? And we'll have to have you guess, see which one she said and which ones are fake. And it will be incredibly difficult to tell the difference because they're one and the same, right? It's hard to actually know which ones are which. I mean, she's such a nutter, man. I don't
Steve,
know
it
how
all
we got to this
depends on
point.
how it grabs the coconut by the husk.
And then let's go with this one here. Here's a woman. Here's her take.
In 45 days, I will
That's right.
vote for a man that doesn't care that I'm a gay white woman. In 45 days, I will vote for a man who wants other countries to stop abusing us. In 45 days, I will vote for border security. In 45 days, I will vote for women's rights, which is more than just abortion. In 45 days, I will vote for cops over criminals. In 45 days, I will vote for the safety of our cities, the safety of the children, and the safety of women everywhere. In 45 days, I will vote for the right to free speech. In 45 days, I will vote for the right to bear arms. In 45 days, I will vote for common sense over identity politics. In 45 days, I will vote for the man who gave up his luxurious life to save this country.
Jeff, any sort of thoughts on who this might be? Any thoughts about who it might be? Is it Harris or is it
I have
Trump?
no idea who it is at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to know at this point,
The
right?
mystery.
Sure,
It's
sure.
a mystery.
The man, well, that was some of a tip out there.
In 45 days, I will be voting with
Might be a
we the
waltz.
people, not we the celebrities. In 45 days, I will be voting to turn 45 into 47. There's not much time left. Get at least one person signed up to vote.
There you go. That's strong.
Yeah, this is someone who just says, I'm a gay
So-
white woman, and she doesn't, she's totally against all this nonsense. And women's rights are more than abortion. Like having women truly compete and not having a woman come in second place because some guy signed up and pretended he was a woman to beat them out. This is, men and women's sports got to stop. Women's and you truly appreciate and have respect for women. That's not respect for women if you're going to be a man, a biological man, and compete.
Right. That, and I think if a woman has an abortion, they need to sit down and watch a video of an abortion being performed
That's pretty rough.
from the inside. See what the doctor sees. See how the procedure is done. And then let them talk about it. I would say anybody promoting it, you want to go have it done if you're going to use it as a form of birth control. But all these people running around saying, oh, it's a woman's choice. Go watch a video. Go see what actually happens. And then talk about it. You want to have it in an extreme case, make it for an extreme case between a woman and her doctor. Don't allow it to be a form of birth control, which is what they've done. And it's horrible. It's horrendous. So they want to hide behind everything. Chip, yesterday I talked a lot about terminology. As soon as you allow them to manipulate terminology, you lose. And that's what they've done. Even there, it's a woman's right to choose. They just manipulated the terminology because you can't refute that. You can't refute a woman's right, right? And to choose what, right? Choose to murder, choose, what exactly is the choice that it's her right. So be very clear and don't buy into the terminology that they're laying out the path. And we talked a lot about, all of it. So every little manipulation that we've allowed to take place is exactly why we lose on many different fronts. And when it comes down to the border security, we're losing the war on terminology there, because you'll see people that are conservatives, they don't use the term illegal. They start referencing immigrants. That you fall into the trap, right? Migrants, immigrants, newcomers, whatever. But especially if you say immigrant, because then they'll say, well, they're anti-immigrant, right? Because now they're manipulating the terminology, and it's a very destructive path to walk down when you allow them to win on terminology. And we have to be very careful, and that's the distinction. That's the direction that we're moving in. We have to be cognizant of what we say, how we say it. Look at, how the narrative, the first thing that we talked about was the fact that Kamala Harris is going, she has her opportunity economy. What the hell is an opportunity economy? There's economic opportunity, but what is an opportunity economy? What exactly does it mean? Why aren't we going, but it sounds good on its face. It's a talking point because it's an economy, and you have opportunity in the economy. Everybody has an opportunity to better themselves. That's what everyone believes. But if we really understand what they're talking about, it's the government giving people an opportunity, right? You won't own anything and you'll be happy. You're going to work for the state, right? It's a socialist, Marxist ideology. And we have to be careful on everything we do, to the point where we're going to allow and believe that they support cryptocurrency. How did they phrase it?
Encouraging.
They want to encourage
innovation.
They're going to encourage. How do you encourage innovation?
We'll give you nice words. We hope you do well. We hope it's going to be fun.
We hope you do well.
We hope it'll be nice. We don't wish you any pain.
Like
we only want
crypto.
we like not actually that, but like it. Similar to let's just
and then they come out, and then the idiots come out like, see, she's pro crypto. No, she isn't pro crypto.
Why did you
anything to reference pro crypto?
And why isn't the policy sitting on the website? Jeff, do you know?
Why isn't there policy? Yeah, exactly.
Do you know the predominant sort of force in Hamtramck, Michigan?
Linguistics manipulation.
Yeah, that's it. And
yes, I know Hamtramck, Michigan very well.
Yeah, so
it has the largest. Well, I think the entire town council there is now Muslim. I know the mayor is Muslim there.
Yes, correct.
The history of Hamtramck was predominantly Polish. It was a Polish enclave.
That's why it was Hamtramck
at one point, right? It was Hamtramck. When I had moved there, they still had. You started to see, for whatever reason, I don't know why Hamtramck specifically, because Dearborn was predominantly Muslim at the time, but somehow Hamtramck was. You started to see it progressively change, and the Polish moved someplace else.
It's the only Muslim majority city in the entire United States. Okay,
the whole
majority,
US, right.
the whole entire U.S. Okay, yeah. So that's why this is particularly. So Amir Ghalib he's the mayor of the town, and that's why this is particularly surprising. He tweeted this out. Ladies and gentlemen, let me be clear so our expectations are realistic. President Trump and I may not agree on everything, but I know he's a man of principles. Though it's looking good, he may or may not win the election and be the 47th president of the United States. But I believe he's the right choice for this critical time. I'll not regret my decision, no matter what the outcome would be, and I'm ready to face the consequences. For this and for so many other reasons, I announce my support and endorsement for the former and hopefully the next president of the United States, Donald Trump. Let the caravan begin its journey. This is just the starting point. Amir Ghalib, Hamtramck City Mayor. Pretty big. It's a huge deal.
It's big. It is big, to see the trend, and that was the one thing that the left was holding out for whatever reason. They embraced the Hamas terrorist supporters, and they embraced that whole narrative, the AOCs and all these people, specifically, because they thought they would win over. That they're always just trying to figure out the next thing, how to get the next minority group on board to support them. How do they finagle it? How do they lie? How do they cheat? How do they circumvent? Do whatever they can do in order to dominate a specific group and have them vote Democrat. It's crazy. Instead of saying, hey, let's figure out how to build up the economy. Let's make energy cheaper. Let's find economic zones in, let's say, okay, Hamtramck. How can we help invest dollars to help build up the economy there? How can we, make it easier to build whatever, to attract more business? They don't think that way. They just a matter of manipulation from a voting perspective, and then see how many tax dollars they can squeeze out of people. That's what I think that's what it comes down to.
So this is what I was trying to get out before. Trump is super funny, but weirdly never laughs. Kamala never says anything funny, but laughs constantly. Pretty much nailed it. Here's another endorsement. The World Bank has announced that the U.S. economy is so strong it's stabilizing other countries around the world. And then this person here, thank you, President Biden and Vice President Harris. The World Bank, Jeff.
The World Bank
is endorsing the economy. I love how people always like to criticize, especially our leftist friends that live over, in Spain or in the UK. They love to comment on everything. They didn't live through it. They have nothing about it. They pay $7.50 for a gallon of petrol, and they're like, oh, your gas prices are still lower than ours. I mean, you should be happy.
Yeah, we are happy. We are happy that they're lower than yours, and they should be lower. The fact that they have 200% tax on their gas, that's not our problem. That's an EU problem. Right. So take it up with the European Union and figure out how to get those gas prices lower. That's the point. Mark is saying that the Polish cafe over there is still kicking.
Oh, I love the Polish cafe.
He had kielbasa soup.
Yummy.
Then they have duck blood soup over there.
They have tripe.
They have typical
pierogies.
Not a big fan of all those foods. I don't know what it is.
I've eaten them all, Jeff. I like tripe.
I cannot eat it. They have borscht over there. If you like borscht, that's beets and sour cream, I believe. Chad said Kamala can't win Michigan if the Muslims don't vote. It's probably it's going to be crazy in Michigan. Michigan is kind of flipped on its head. They got a crazy governor over there.
Well, they passed a law that you can't audit the election, the results. Then you've got this here, Babylon B. Joe Biden becomes the first female president. It's the first cabinet meeting in 8 months.
How weird was that? Yeah, how bizarre was that?
She's at the head. I mean, Joe's
he
like,
handed it off to her. He's like,
started,
here, you got it, kid.
You got it, kid. And then we've got this one here.
That's
furious. Gavin Newsom bans AI images after getting tricked into thinking a pic of Trump as a merman was real. I mean, remember he put out that bill? I mean, it's just ridiculous, Jeff. It's insane.
Talking about that.
Trump dodges fallen piano, swinging death blade, spiked pitfall trap on way to rally. It's just,
I love
B never misses. The B never freaking misses. I mean, it's the best ever. California police raid seizes over 2,000 memes. We got them. Remember, the memes are now against the law, right? They don't want deep fakes and AI. And
what St. Lad's is. Maybe St. Lad's is. There's also a bar in Hamtramck. There was like one remaining bar over there.
No one notices the entire cast of You replaced by shrieking feral pigs. Biden promises next Trump assassin will be a woman of color. See that, Jeff? That's nice. Dang it. Wife cleans out junk drawer, and now the husband can't find any dried out markers or broken rubber bands. So true.
That's
every single time.
That happens all the time.
Every single time.
Yeah, where the hell are those rubber bands? Damn it.
No, broken. Report, go to church, you heathen. All right, there we go. Hillary Clinton says the First Amendment is a Russian disinformation. I was born in a middle-class family, explains wife when husband asks why the car's on fire. Hey, why is the car on fire? Listen, I was born in a middle-class family in a neighborhood where people love their lawns, okay?
Exactly.
That's the answer to everything. Democrats accuse Trump of inciting further violence by not dying. See, if you just would go, I mean, that would just be the best. Holy cow.
Here.
Did you guys ever notice with this guy right here?
Here's a true statement right here. Mark said Trump was leading Michigan until the ballots were wheeled into the TCF Center.
Of course.
I had friends outside trying to get in when they were doing the recount, and they were in line. They were supposed to get in when they put the pizza boxes up, and they wouldn't let anybody look inside when they were pulling all these shenanigans, pulling cars up and trucks up. I think that's where they had the one
van came in at 3 a.m. and they were like
they had a truck from Pennsylvania, I thought, coming to Michigan.
I don't know. All I know is when Lester Holt talks, his top lip never moves. Just, if you watch it, you can't. Once you see it, you can't stop seeing it. You're like, only the bottom lip works like a puppet. It's almost like a puppet. But his top lip never moves. Very strange. Very awkward.
And yes, John Deaton is from Highland Park, which is actually near Hamtramck.
That's right.
Yeah. I can't. It's amazing. I mean, look how much Detroit we talked today. Look how many things are going on in Detroit all around. Look at all these people connected to Detroit. That's crazy.
We can't afford another 4 years of this, shouts running mate of candidate who has been leading the country for 4 years. Yeah, pretty much what we already said. Stop being a useless freeloader and read the actual story here. We'll get ad revenue. Suckers.
Yep. He's from Highland Park.
Home Depot introduces shame alarm. The blares of a man asks an employee for help. They run. You ever notice that? They just disappear. Like, hey, you know where they disappear behind a.
Definitely.
I found that Lowe's is slightly better. People will slightly look at you for 3 seconds longer.
Yeah, I went to Lowe's. I had to get screening because our screens blew out
I hate
in
that.
the back, and so I figured I could replace them. We got a quote to replace them. The guy wanted $1,000 or $1,100 for like $70. I got the screens and everything I needed.
Yeah, and you just got to cut them to the right size. And
cut them the right size, and I replaced all the screens.
The ones on top though are tough though. The ones over the pool, that's the ones that I default to them because they have special thing to get over there.
Yeah,
the ones on the side you can deal with those. Those are not that hard.
Ones on the side, you get on the ladder and the spline, and you throw it in and do all that stuff. But the point was, I went to Lowe's to get the stuff, and it's such a pleasure walking into Lowe's versus Home Depot.
They're happy there. They welcome you in. And Home Depot, they just disappear. Have you ever noticed that? Hang on a second, Jeff. I got a tech issue here. Hang on a second.
Tech. Where'd Chip go? Chip is leaving. That's it. So where are we? So yes, DNI, I think that's definitely part of it. Check out the book. So
okay, I'm back. Hey,
Chip,
DNI, how's your new baby doing? How old is your new baby?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is a cool development. Let's see. How old's the little youngster? And let's see if he's gonna post in here. But we gotta wrap this puppy up.
Give us some commentary before.
Yeah, John is a great guy.
Wrap.
He come from nothing, and he's the first official debate is going to be on October 15th. So against John Deaton and Elizabeth Warren. I think he's going to crush her. She's going to try her gobbledygook bullshit, and he's going to have none of it. So, and there you go. There you have it, guys.
Check this out real quick on the way out. There is a new bill that is being presented. It's called the New Frontiers in Technology. It's all about NFT.
Nice.
First bill in the U.S. Congress directly addressing the legal and regulatory treatment of NFTs. Following recent security lawsuit against NFT companies such as Dapper Labs and DraftKings, and the well-noticed from the SEC against NFT exchange OpenSea. Obviously, critical legislation. Glad that they're throwing it out there. We're going to cover this in more detail, but there are things that are happening. Whether it gets passed, goes to Senate, that's going to happen after 2025. Got to see some progress. 2025.
Yeah, beautiful.
Trump 2024.
That's all the time we have. We'll be back on Wednesday nights. There you go.
4 months. Standing with help, crawling, and keeping all of us up all night. So he's doing great. Thanks.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Congratulations on your little bundle of joy and all that
Hopefully
stuff.
Hopefully you made him a jersey. Did you make him a tiny mini XRP jersey?
How can you not have one of these cool jerseys? Like he has to have one.
Yes.
So
he's already teaching them Linux and Python. There we go. Got to start him young. Put on the XRP jersey.
Is it too early for C++ or we'll work up to that? So there you go.
Got to work up to get.
Yeah, tell him how to log a ticket in Jira too, so he can get annoyed by that whole thing. before he does a commit, make sure you log in morbid detail all the things that are going into that commit. My God, man, all the stuff that I have to do on a daily basis is just. Anyway, guys, that's all the time we have. We will see you guys when you guys think XRP.
Seriously, Jim?
I'm gonna go with never. I'm gonna go
Seriously,
with dude. We don't know. Nobody knows.
Talk about that.
It can't even break 60 cents and stay there. It can't even get supported for 60. So who knows?
When it gets supported $1, then
well, obviously, when it becomes the world reserve currency, you know that, right? When it becomes
when
it
replaces the US dollar.
Yeah, you know, when it's going to rival BRICS, and then BRICS is going to use it, and Saudi Arabia is going to use it, and every country in the world is going to use it, and you multiply that, and it's over $500 trillion per token. It's fantastic. Anyway, it's all the time we have. We are out of here, guys. See you on the next one.
Tune in on the next one. When are we tuning back in? Wednesday. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
How do you forget, man?
I don't know. And hopefully next weekend, we're going to be doing a drawing for a Yeti.
For a Yeti. A Yeti biscotti. Yeah.
Badass
Yeti. Badass Yeti. We do some more drawings, get those Yetis out there. So we see you guys on the next one. Chip and Jeff. Oh.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.